Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? Oh, I have something I have to do. I forgot. Oops. I forgot the special light. How are you? How are you? Okay, so you can tell me where you are watching this from to start with. I forgot one more light, guys. Just 1 second, please. Oh, yeah. Okay, to make a big difference. Okay, you can tell me where you're speaking from, please. Speaking from, watching from. Okay, you're watching from, guys. So we can start. Okay, why you tell me where you're watching this from? Okay, someone from Chile. Cool. Yeah, I love knowing where you guys are watching this from. And so yeah, so while you guys tell me where you are in the world, I will tell you who I am if you don't know me. My name is Fabi. I'm an English teacher here in Brisbane, Australia. Okay, I teach English at universities and some English colleges. But what I do most of my time is help people with the Ielts test. Okay, and help them get the test, do the test only once. Okay, guys, because no one should be doing the Ielts test more than once. Okay, okay. All right. So Dominican Republic, Cali, yeah, Cali, Colombia. I have lots of students here from Cali. Lots and lots and lots. Yeah. Cali is on the coast, isn't it? Yeah, I have heaps of students in from Cali. All right, guys. And oh, someone from Peru on YouTube. Cool. Peru seems fun. Okay. Okay. From Colombia, let me see. Bahang Barrancabermeja, Colombia. Yeah. Okay. I have some students from Bucaramanga. I think it's so funny to say Bucaramanga. And I feel that the people who are from Bucaramanga, they have a very specific accent also. I don't know, like because in English, like I hear people speaking English, right? But I can pick pick up on their accents a little bit. And people from Bucaramanga are quite interesting. Quite interesting, yeah. Okay, so Vale said it's close to the coast. Okay. Nice. Good, good, good. All right. Okay. So some people on YouTube already and some people on Instagram. Okay, guys. So thing is, if you're on Instagram, maybe you want to head to YouTube because I might use the board today. Okay. Cool. Good afternoon from Peru. Lots of people from Peru. So cool. That's a place I really want to go to. So close to Brazil, but I've never been. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So guys. So yeah. So if you want to go to, if you are on Instagram, maybe you can just go to YouTube, type Fabi English, and head to YouTube so we can chat there too. Okay. But I'll keep an eye on both chats. Okay. dokie. All right. Okay. So today we're gonna talk about something very, very important and it's the beginning of your journey with the IELTS test. Okay, so we're going to talk about the beginning of your journey. And okay, oh, sorry, someone said, Karina said, greetings from Peru. In March, I will take my exam. When in March? Do you have a month? Do you have a few weeks, Carolina? Tell us. Tell us, please. And okay. Okay, so Marcel said, save me. It's been 12 months trying to finish this journey. Okay, Marcel, tell me a little bit about your journey so far, please, Marcel. Tell me a little bit about your journey so far. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'll keep talking while Marcel tell us what's happening. Okay. So what I'm saying is that so the beginning, okay, of the IELTS journey is extremely important. So Marcel, let's see what happened to you, right? Because some people start in the wrong way. Okay. So the way you start your IELTS journey is extremely important, okay, for your results. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Okay. So Marcel has already started his journey. Okay, Marcel. So I'll start from the beginning, but maybe, Marcel, there is a point where you will be able to maybe take some advantage of what I'm going to say. Okay. All right. Okay, so Marcel, just tell us what's happening. Okay, so guys, so if when you're ready, you can move to YouTube and have a chat there. Okay, and guys, if you have any questions, pop the questions in there. Sometimes I can get to the questions while I'm talking, but I'll get to them at the end. Okay, so Marcel said, I bought a pre-recorded course. I'm aiming C1, but mock test is killing me, especially reading. Is just really tricky, he said. Okay, yeah. So Marcel, you bought a pre-recorded course, but are you getting feedback also? Because pre-recorded course, they're good. Some courses are very good, but just think about also getting some feedback. Okay. And with reading, I was actually talking to an examiner yesterday, and we agreed that sometimes you guys can read very well, but the problem is the time pressure. Okay, so maybe just thinking about how you can be a bit faster can be already something that can help you. Okay, and then Marcel said, sorry, reading is always tricky. I agree. I think I shared with you guys already. I've been feeling that recently people have been struggling with reading more and more. My personal opinion is because people don't read that much anymore. Okay. So I personally I like to read. So, and I'm not talking about sorry, reading long books, okay? Just books. I'm talking about reading anything, maybe something longer than an Instagram post. That is what I'm talking about. So, if you're gonna do the IELTS test soon, maybe you could start doing that. Okay, so let's say that you want to learn about a new topic. Instead of going to YouTube for a video, maybe you can read something just to get you started on that and reading longer texts. Okay, and then someone else said something. Someone said, "Is it possible to start from scratch and still make it?" Of course. I helped lots of people start from scratch. Yeah. So people say, "Oh, I don't know about the IELTS test. I don't know what to do." Okay. And then some people took my course. Some people are private students. It is possible. It is possible. Okay. We're gonna talk about that today. Okay. The steps you can take. Okay, guys, because there are. Oh my God, there's so many messages here. So 1 second, please. It was only strategies, no feedback. Okay, Marcel. Yeah. So, Marcel, just maybe it's time for you to get some feedback. Okay. Because when you get feedback, you know exactly what you're doing wrong. That's the best thing. Okay. All right. And guys, for more details on the IELTS test and feedback, all that stuff, go to the link in the bio for the event next week. Okay, because I'm gonna talk a lot about that, Marcel, in the event next week. Okay, lots and lots and lots. Yeah, it's gonna be 3 classes. Okay, guys, 3 classes. Okay, next week. All right. Let me see. Let me see. I'm sorry I can't help you too much right now because it's a live, okay? But I'll try my best. Marcel says something else. I have read 8 books. The quiz is just nuts, tricks everywhere. Okay, all right. Okay, Marcel. Which books did you read? And which quizzes are you talking about exactly? Oops, oh my God, wrong button. Any more messages here? No. Okay. All right. Marcel, keep typing and I'll start talking. All right, guys. Cool. Now, okay. So if someone told you, like, I don't know if you, someone says, "Hi, teacher. Hey, Rafael, how are you?" I have to send you a message, man. All right. So, okay, guys. So people will do the IELTS test for different reasons. Okay. So let's say that you want to study in a new country, or I don't know if you guys caught the last live with Karina. So she wants to study in Germany, but she still has to do the IELTS test because the classes are in English. All right, the classes are in English. So yeah. So even if you want to move to Germany, you might have to do the IELTS test, right? So if you have an objective, okay, and then someone told you, "Oh, you have to do the IELTS test." All right? So what are you going to do after that? Okay? The first thing you have to think about is the date. Okay? When do you need your score? That's the first thing, okay, you have to think about. When do you need your score? Okay. So someone told you today. So I help people that they say, oh, I need to do the IELTS test in 12 months, 6 months, okay, 2 weeks, not the best thing, okay. So unless you need a very low score. Okay. So uh someone said there, best teacher ever. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, guys. So the first thing you have to do is to know the date when you are going to do the test. Okay, that's the first thing you have to think about. Okay, so someone told you, hey, you have to do the IELTS test. You ask them when. When do I need my score? Uh, Recently, one of my students did the test, and I think he's applying for a scholarship here in Australia. And then he got the score. And he said, I'm applying today. I said, already? He's like, yeah, that was the only thing missing. All my documents are ready. I was only missing the IELTS test. And then he has it and he's going to apply for his scholarship. And he needed a 7 overall. Okay, it's really high score, but he managed to get it. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. So yeah, so again, ask them, oh, you have to do the IELTS test. When? Okay. Next thing, you'll be surprised at how many people don't know the score they need. Okay, guys, that's the next thing you have to know, the score that you need. Okay, I talk to a lot of people and they come to me and they say, oh, Fabi, I have to do the test. What score do you need? And they go, oh, I think I need 50. I said, 50? There's no 50 in the IELTS test. Oh, no, maybe it's a 7. I said, oh, 7 is quite high. Oh, no, maybe it's a 6. And they don't know. Okay, so extremely important, guys. So, first, when do you need the test? When? Next thing, the score. I know it sounds silly, guys, but you have no idea of how many people they don't know the score they need. Okay. Actually, recently I helped a student. I think she told me she needed 6.5, but in the end, she needed a 6. So she took the test, got the 6. Oh, Fabi, I didn't get a 6.5. I have to do it again. And she did it again. And then when she did it again, she read the paper. It's like, oh, no, I needed a 6. I didn't need to do it again. You see, so pay attention to that kind of stuff. Okay. You'd be surprised at how many people forget that. Okay. Next thing, the type of test that you need. Okay. You know that we have two types of tests, the academic and the general. Okay. If you want to study abroad, you have to do the academic. If it's for immigration purposes, if you want to move, if you want to work in another country, you're going to need the general. Okay. However, sometimes that might change. I think that if you do the academic, and you need the general, they will accept it. But if you need the academic, but you do the general, they won't accept it. So, guys, make sure you know general training or academic. Make sure you know that. Okay. Recently, one of my students shared with me that this student, her friend, was doing the IELTS test, studying for it, and he wants to study abroad. I think England, maybe. And then he did the general, and she was like, well, but you're gonna study, why do you need the general? He's like, oh, I don't know, but they told me I need the general test. He did a general test, and next thing he needed the academic. Okay, guys, so again, I feel that this is a kind of mistake that is so easy to fix. Okay, just ask, just make sure before you start. So date, the score you need, and the type of test. Okay, uh when I'm teaching my online courses, and when I'm helping some private students, that's the first thing I ask them. Okay, when do you need the score? Okay, what score do you need? All right, and what type of test? And you'll be surprised at how many people don't know it sometimes. Okay, so you guys, now you know. Okay, please don't make that mistake. So next thing, Know your level. Know your level. Okay. I think I've done a live on that. Okay. But I'm gonna write here. Maybe I have a live on that. Or maybe if you guys want, I can do another one. Okay. About the levels. All right. So basically, if you are, okay, if you are around intermediate level, you are about a 5 on the IELTS test. Okay. Intermediate, about a 5. If you are upper intermediate, you are about a 6 on the IELTS test. Okay. If you are advanced, you are a 7 on the IELTS test. Okay. And then proficiency, okay, you are a 8, an 8. Okay. And for those of you who know the, like Marcel was saying, the framework, the CEF. Okay. So you go, this is a C2, C1, B2, B1. Okay. So can you see? Well, it's a bit of a glare here. I think it's from the other screen. Let me turn this off. Wait. That's better. That's better. All right. That was the other screen was on. Okay, guys. So that's it. Okay. So if you're watching me on Instagram, go to YouTube. Okay, because you can see the board here. Okay. So yeah. So that's it. Okay, guys. That's it. And so you have to know where you're at. Okay. Of course, to know exactly your level, you'd have to do placement test or you have to do the IELTS test, that kind of stuff. But come on, you have an idea, right? If you've studied English, if you never studied English, maybe you're not even here yet. If you never studied English, but let's say you studied 1 year in your country, year and a half, maybe here. You've been studying for 3 years, maybe you're here, but it depends a lot on the person. Okay. But let's say you say, oh, I think I'm intermediate level. So you probably get a 5. Okay. Oh, I think I'm advanced. You probably get a 7. All right. So that's something important to have an idea. What is your level at the moment? What do you think your level is, at least? Good, goody. Okay. Now, let's say that you have to do your test in 6 months. Okay. You need a 6 overall. Okay. And then you're gonna do the academic. Okay, so gonna do in 6 months. You need a 6. You're academic, and you think you are upper intermediate. You're in a good place because you're probably a 6. Okay, so you're in a good place. So go, oh, okay, all right, cool. And then you say, oh, I'm gonna wait a few months. Don't. Don't wait a few months. The first thing you have to do is try a practice test. Why? When you do this practice test, okay, guys, when you do this practice test, you know your score. So let's say you do the practice test and you get 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Ta-da! You're not very far from your goal. But what if you do the practice test and you go 5, 5, 5, 5? You're 1 point from your goal. It's okay, not too bad. But if you get 4, 4, 4, 4, then you're very far from your goal. Okay. So the most important thing for you to know in the beginning of your journey is your level. Okay. What you would get on the test if you did the test today, because from there you will know how far you have to go. Okay, how far you have to go. Okay, guys. So basically, I think that the information I'm sharing with you here is so powerful because that's basically what I tell all my private students, all the people who are in the course with me. I always tell them this. Okay, that's the kind of thing that you have to know. All right, and you have to do. Okay. Okay. Marcel, oh, Marcel just said something. May you suggest a mock test, please? I will in a minute. Okay. All right. So again, let's go again. So the date of the test, the score that you need, and the type of test. Guys, you can get this on the website of wherever you want to go. If you're working with an agent, the agent will tell you. If you're applying for a university, the university will tell you. You can find that on the website. Okay, very easy to find. Then know your level. Okay, so you have an idea. So after you have an idea, you do the mock test to try and check where you are. Okay, so my favorite tests, as you know, are from the Cambridge books. Okay, because they are authentic. Guys, if you go online and you type IELTS test, you might not get um a authentic one. The problem with doing tests from the internet, from websites, is that they might give you a score that is not realistic. That's the problem with that. Okay, so they'll probably give you a score that's not realistic. So if I were you, I'd go for realistic materials. Okay, so you can grab those Cambridge books. That's the first thing I would say. If you want to do something very practical and very easy, go to the British Council website. Okay, British Council, I think take the IELTS. That's the one. But if you go to my Instagram profile, there is a place that says start here. And there I have the link. Okay, guys, so you can do that too. All right, on my Instagram is there too. So you go to the British Council website, okay, and then you can take the test there. All right. However, there's a little problem with that. Who can tell me what the problem is when you're trying the test? One tiny little problem that most people, Marcel, this is your problem. What is the problem, guys, when you try these tests? Anyone can tell me? No one? All right. You go to the website. Okay, you go to the British Council website and then you do the reading part, check your answers. Then you do the listening part, check your answers. Then you do the writing part. What do you do? Then you do the speaking part. What do you do? You need to get some feedback. So you need someone to check for you. Okay. If you do the writing, get a professional, reliable professional to have a look at your writing. Okay. Because it's hard to know your score if you don't have anyone checking it for you. Same thing with your speaking. Okay. There are examples there, of course. There are examples, but that's a perfect example. So you compare. Okay. ChatGPT. Look, ChatGPT is good sometimes. Okay. But still, Marcel, the ChatGPT will tell you your score, but ChatGPT won't give you the feedback. I've tried. It will tell you, oh, you have to do this, and that. Okay. How do you do that? ChatGPT won't tell you how. Okay. It might tell you the score. Okay. But sometimes it's funny, Marcel. Okay. The times I tried, okay, I have to be honest, I tried. It gave a score once, it gave a score much higher and then much lower. Okay. Sometimes it's good. I have to say sometimes it works really well. Okay. Yeah, it helps for you to know where you're at. But how do you improve? It doesn't tell you. That's a problem. It doesn't tell you. Okay. So be careful with that. I agree it helps, but be careful, especially if you're getting close to the day of your exam. Okay. If you're at the start of your journey, maybe you give an indication, that's fine. Okay. Okay. You think writing is the best, yeah, but be careful. So have you tried the test yet, Marcel? Did you compare what you wrote, what ChatGPT gave you, and the real test? Or did you get feedback from a teacher? Because yeah, guys, because that's that problem sometimes. Okay. 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 So if you feel that whatever. Because again, guys, with ChatGPT, you have to ask the right questions, right? So, Marcel, if you have a teacher and your teacher is giving you a score and ChatGPT is giving you a similar score, maybe it's working, okay? Because sometimes, guys, as because again, you have to ask the right questions to the thing, okay? And I've tried, and sometimes it was very good, sometimes very bad. It's not very accurate, okay? You can try, but it's not 100%. But again, it might not give you all the feedback that you need to improve, okay? But you can try, of course, you can try. Okay. All right. But as I was saying, okay. So, guys, in the beginning of your journey, I think it's very important to know where you're at. Okay. So you can find a way, you can use ChatGPT, even though it's not 100% reliable. Okay. But to start, maybe it's a good start for you. If you have nothing, it's something. If you have nothing, it's something. Do that. Okay. But again, if you really want to know your real score, I think you should talk to a professional. All right. I think you should talk to a professional. Okay. For the writing and for the speaking. Okay. And the reason I say that, guys, it's because speaking and reading is more patient. You think so? I think you don't have a very good teacher then. You think so? Yes, sometimes I get a bit annoyed with ChatGPT. I use it sometimes for a few things that I do. But yeah, it annoys me sometimes because, you want to talk like, I have the impression it's a person, and you start talking and you go like, "That's not what I said," and then I get a little bit angry. Maybe I'm not very patient with ChatGPT. Maybe. All right. So yeah. So guys. So yeah. So the problem with reason I say that you should get feedback for your speaking and your writing as soon as possible is because usually speaking and writing are the skills that would take you longer to improve. Okay. So yeah, so some people they it takes them a little bit longer to improve. Okay, so you should start there. Okay, getting some feedback. Okay, all right. So okay, so Jorge said something. I'm gonna take the FC exam next week, and I found your channel so interesting for learning, and of course I want to take the IELTS test exam too. Can I take it as a reference to know when to take the IELTS exam? 100%, Jorge, 100%. Okay, so let me talk about the Cambridge exams. I personally love Cambridge exams. They are so good. Okay, so Jorge, so I don't know if you're familiar with all the exams. So PET is this one, FCE, the one you're going to take is this one, CAE, and then CPE. CPE is the exam that I have. I did the CPE exam. Okay. So Jorge, so if you're gonna do your FC test next week, if you pass the FCE, you're here. Okay. If you get a high score, if you get, I think, a B on the FCE in some parts, you might even get close to here. So Jorge, you do the FCE test next week. Okay. And then if you pass the test, you're basically a 6 on the IELTS test. Okay. So what do? Just like I mentioned before, just try the test and check where you are. I'm sure, you'll get around this. Okay. And then if you need a 7 on the IELTS, honestly, I don't think it's very difficult to go from an FC to a 7 just because of the style of the Cambridge exam. I personally love helping people with the IELTS test, people who've done the FCE. Actually, there's a student I'm helping at the moment, and yeah, and she did FCE, and it was very easy for her. She improved very quickly. Okay, Jorge, so it's very good, and I feel that studying for the FCE exam is also very important because you learn a lot of English. Whereas some people who study for the IELTS, they forget about their English. Okay, so you come prepared. Okay, I think you're gonna do very well. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, okay, so let's go back a little bit. So we talked about knowing the date of the test, knowing the score you need, okay, the type of test you have to do, your level. Okay. And then I said, thanks. Yeah, but yes, for you need to prepare a lot for the Cambridge exam, but it's such a good experience. Oh my God, it's such a great experience. Whatever you learn while you're preparing for Cambridge, you learn for life. Yeah. And that's what I try to achieve also with my IELTS students, like teaching them things that they're going to learn for life. Yeah. So my students, they study like they're studying for the Cambridge too. Another question. Hi, Fabi. I would like to improve my speaking and writing skills. I'm currently B2 English user. Okay, so B2 are about here, FC, right? FC level, B2, 6. Okay, yeah. So if you're trying to improve your skills, generally speaking, okay, you can practice like overall. But if you're trying to practice for the IELTS test, I do think you should get some feedback. Okay, so get a professional to give you some feedback. Okay, because there isn't because when you get the feedback, guys, you know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and then you just keep doing what you're doing wrong, and you stop doing what you're doing. No, sorry, keep doing right. What you're doing right, you keep doing, and what you're doing wrong, you stop doing. Okay, and you'll be surprised. That's why now in some lives I have the feedback day. Have you seen the feedback day yet? Have you seen the feedback day? Yeah. So again, the feedback day is not you speaking, but just by watching those videos, okay, guys, it'll give you an idea. Okay. And then you can give an idea of what you're saying. And then when you're ready, you can get someone to help you. Okay, guys, get someone to help you 100%. Okay. Cool. All right, cool. I was saying, okay. Oh my God, I'm talking a lot today. So, dates of the test, score, type of test, know your level, try to practice test. Okay. So let's say that Jorge needs a 7, okay, on the IELTS test. I'm going to use as an example. But he's studying really hard for the FCE exam. And let's say he gets a C. C, he passes. If he passes the FCE, he's going to be here, right? He's going to be a B2, okay? So after that, let's say he needs a 7. So what he has to do, he has to improve 1 point. Okay. So let's say he does the practice test today, he gets a 6. But then he gets the hang of the IELTS test and how the test works. And maybe he does another test, he gets a 6.5. So he's getting closer. Okay. Ooh, 6.5. Nice. And does another one. And maybe let's say he gets 7 in listening and speaking. So listening and reading. Then maybe he can get a teacher to check his speaking, check his speaking, and check his writing, and maybe he will be closer. Okay, guys. So that's it. And if you do the practice test and you get a 5 and you need a 7, it will take you longer to get to your score. Okay, just be aware of that. Okay, if you are a 5 and need a 6, not so long. I must say that the difference between a 5 and a 6 is not that much. 6 and a 7, yes, because then you need more academic vocabulary here, some academic things. Okay, guys. All right. So that's it from me today. So many good questions. Oh my God. Really nice. Really, really nice. Do you have any final questions for me, guys? If you haven't done yet, head to YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Head to Instagram, go on the bio, click on the link to join the event. Okay, guys? Any questions for me? Anybody? No questions? You guys asked all the questions already. No questions? Okay. All right, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna go. All right. I'll be back next week. Next week. Oh, next week we start the event. Okay, guys. So please, please, if you haven't joined the event yet, go for it. Let's join the event. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay, I'm gonna head out now. Okay. If you have any final questions, you can send me a DM on Instagram. Okay. I'm checking my inbox now. Okay, guys. Yeah. So yeah, and again, guys, if you just watch this again, it's available. It's going to be available not on Instagram, on YouTube. Okay, so this will be on YouTube. So if you didn't catch the whole thing or if you didn't take any notes, just watch again, take some notes, okay? And for me, I personally, I have my notes here and I would use it as a checklist. I need to do the IELTS test. Bang. Have this a checklist and tick, 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 tick. Okay. Up to the point where you know your level at the moment, the score you'd get, and you have an idea of how far you are from your goal. That's the most important thing because you don't want to have 1 month to do it and then find out you're very far from your goal. Okay. Or you don't want to be unrealistic and say, oh, you need a 7. Oh, it's okay. I'm upper intermediate. I'm about a 6. I'll get a 7. No worries. Okay. You have to give the test a try. Practice one test to see where you are. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm going to head out. And I will see you next week. All right. Bye.